The city of canals is also called La Serenissima, most serene. Venice, the lagoon, and more than 100 of its islands were awarded UNESCO status in 1987. Since then, it's been threatened by high tides, pollution, and mass tourism. 25 million visitors came 2 years ago, many on cruise liners, which threatened the very foundations of this 1,500-year-old city. Ships larger than 25,000 tons will now be routed towards the industrial port of Marghera at the edge of the lagoon.
Everyone knew we were much smaller than the big cruise companies. It was so obvious that many compared us to David versus Goliath. Us ordinary citizens with our little boats, simple and self-organized, against these giant ships that are not only giant in terms of size, but also in power and money.
Opposition groups and many Venetians have long campaigned against cruise ships and the effects of mass tourism. UNESCO's Heritage Committee urged Italian authorities in 2014 to ban large ships and oil tankers from entering the lagoon. But not everyone is in favor.
It's just crazy. I mean, from a port and from a territory that made his fortune on the port activities, on the maritime traffics, we're going to become just a little bit more than a small marina.
Some businesses in the region doubt whether Venice can thrive without cruise liners. Italy's government has approved a new dock for passenger ships in Marghera, but no one knows when it will be completed. Italy has more UNESCO sites than any other country. Preservation groups have criticised the Heritage Committee for not protecting Venice more and campaigned to place the city and lagoon on a danger list. Even the ban on big ships isn't seen as enough.
We deeply deplore the decision taken by the World Heritage Committee not to place Venice and its lagoon on the UNESCO list of World Heritage in danger. Big ships are still allowed through the delicate lagoon and more in the port of Marghera, and their excessive environmental and climate impacts will continue. Shunting the big ships out of sight will still exacerbate the problems of erosion in the lagoon.
The ignominy of losing UNESCO status or being placed on a danger list has been avoided with this ban on large ships, but the Heritage Committee expects the Italian government to say by the end of next year how it plans to protect Venice's fragile environment in the long term. Yolo David, CGTN.